trying to join my friend, but it doesn't want to let me. Let me join him. Let me. Doesn't want to let me join, dude. Dude, this sucks. Oh, there we go. We are in. Oh yeah. The two guns we are using for today, it's a Kilo and Static HV. These are the attachments I'm rocking, especially because I love the attachments I'm rocking on this. And there's something right here. Okay. But you guys can rock whatever guns you really like. I know this thing's recoil is not easy to control, but it's fun to shoot. And for the Kilo, in my opinion, I like these attachments. In my opinion, I like them. So, yeah. I just wanna take this off. Yeah, that's the mag one. It can stay right there. It's fairly easy to control the recoil on the Kilo because it recently got a buff. I'm just waiting for my friends. You're my best friend. She a real bad bitch. Yeah, oh, money.
Oliver and Gina were practicing lifts, and
If we can't get you to do your homework, we're turning you over to your grandma.
That's okay. I like her.
Our relationship has changed. So I have to water the lawn with this or do my homework?
No, homework's out. This is just your life now.
All right. The lawn is watered.
Where's my Dixie cup?
It fell apart. I was out there for hours.
That was my favorite cup. All right, you can pay me back with some elbow grease. See those shoes? Make them shiny so I can see my beautiful face. Dinner time, Grunt.
A can of shrimp?
If you can open it, you can eat it.
Finally done with the dishes. Can we watch TV now?
Bedtime.
But it's only 6:30.
You're gonna need that sleep. Tomorrow you're digging holes in the backyard.
For what?
To have a place to put all your questions. Rise and shine, cadet.
It's 4 in the morning.
I let you sleep in because I'm a softy.
Morning, fellas. Oh, so you're counting toothpicks, huh?
There's supposed to be 1,000, but Grandpa says they were short, Michael.
Yeah. They made me do that after I asked the school nurse to the 8th grade formal.
Hey, keep an eye on him. I'm going out back to Strington Park Wire for the obstacle course. If he makes it through, he earns a can opener.
You've got to get me out of here. I'll do anything.
Even your homework?
I promise.
I don't know. Maybe you should still try the obstacle course. Grandpa went all the way across town to get that ball.
No, I'll do all my homework forever. I swear.
Okay, deal. Since we can't get you to do your homework.
this here is Joel. He's our boss, and we work at the Marshmallow Co. He told us if we could.
Just a notification. I told you and you said it looks pretty, so shut up.
This here is Joel. He's
3, 2, 1.
killing it on the cardio. Thank you. I just...
What happened? I choked him out.
I had to.
Jamie was playing with his iPad. Dylan grabbed it from him, but wouldn't give it back. Jamie can't control his anger. Started punching Dylan, got out of his seatbelt, got on top of him.
I could hear Jamie's fists cracking against Dylan's face.
Jamie, would you mind if I look at your hands?
Fifth metacarpal's broken on each hand.
This is not child abuse.
When did Jamie's behavior start becoming aggressive?
Elementary school. Fights with classmates.
Fantastic day. My f***ing exhaust fell off. However... Upgrade. Fantastic day.
Don't copy that woman's dance. If she finds out, she'll come after you. Just an hour ago, Lisa and her friends were trying to boost their views. They'd heard the Midnight Dancer was trending, so they decided to mimic her and film a video. Right before they hit record, a girl suddenly showed up and told them to stop immediately, or they'd attract the real dancer. But Lisa and her friends didn't believe her. They turned around and kept filming. The girl, clearly frustrated, walked away. Not long after she left, Lisa felt something. She turned and ran, terrified. Her friends had no idea she was gone. By the time they noticed, Lisa had vanished. Her phone was still on the ground. One of them picked it up to check the video and saw Lisa had caught the real dancer on camera. The dancer was holding a knife, charging straight at Lisa. That's why Lisa ran. She was scared out of her mind. Then the dancer appeared, pointing the knife right at her. Just when she froze in fear, the same girl from earlier showed up again. She told Lisa to close her eyes and apologized to the dancer. That's the only way to make her leave. Lisa did exactly what she was told. When she opened her eyes, the dancer was running straight at her. Don't copy that one.
What do you do when you're bored? Sugarcane grows faster on sand than on dirt. You can't see raindrops through tinted glass. Ocelots like to hunt chickens. Gas can spawn in the air. Tadpoles follow you if you hold a slime ball. Arrows go through nether portals. Endermen get mad at you if you look at them through glass. Frostwalker works on armor stands. Beacons can pass through bedrock. Spiders can climb the world border. You can put armor trims on a turtle helmet. There's a second hidden room in desert pyramids with suspicious sand.
This is the fastest way to level up the new LC10 and FAR. First thing you want to do is create a class setup with the gun that you're trying to level up and start loading into a plunder. Once you've loaded into your plunder match, you want to make sure you locate the nearest helicopter and land on it. Make sure that when you get into this helicopter, you're holding out the gun that you want to level up. Next, you want to locate the nearest supply run contract or safest supply run, it doesn't really matter. Pick that up and immediately start trying to complete the contract. Every supply run that you complete when you have some double XP popped is going to give you roughly one weapon level. If you have an entire squad doing this with you, the XP rates are insane. So make sure that each time your team finishes a contract, you're either holding out the weapon that you want to level up, or for the vehicle that you got into that vehicle while holding the weapon that you want to get XP for. I managed to get my LC10 up to level 22 in just one game of plunder doing this method by myself. It's by far the fastest way to level up weapons, and the best part of...
Good. Alright, I'm gonna have you sit up and I'm going to discuss the results. I'm not gonna prescribe a medicine for you today, but I do want you to go get.
The girl had just sat down when she was attracted by the food on the table, so she picked up some fish and tasted it. Halfway through her meal, a waiter came over, interrupted her, and asked her to write down her comments on the food. Though a little confused, the girl wrote them down directly. At that moment, the girl received a text message from her friend, which made her realize she had entered the wrong private room. Taking advantage of the waiter's inattention, she left immediately. It turned out that a selection contest was being held here. The head chef wanted to choose an apprentice, but he was dissatisfied with everyone. Suddenly, the head chef saw the girl's comment comment, there are 2 layers of vanilla flavor in this dish, so he made up his mind to find this girl no matter what. On that day, the girl was invited to participate in a cooking competition. However, her knife skills were like those of a beginner, and even the way she cracked eggs was so clumsy that it was hard to watch. Moreover, the other contestants performed very professionally, most notably, the presentation of their dishes was visually appealing and exquisite. In contrast, this young woman was completely different. When preparing her scrambled eggs with tomatoes, she added all kinds of seasonings and kept adding eggs. It took her an hour to finish the dish. Soon, the judges began to taste the dishes. They were very satisfied with the contestants' works and gave them high scores. But when they tasted the young woman's dish, they were extremely disappointed, for they had never tasted anything so unpalatable. In the end, the young woman got the last place and was very sad. However, the head chef saw the girl's performance in the live broadcast and immediately called to hire her as his personal chef. The girl had just sat down with...
Adam, what are you wearing? What are you doing right now? I'm asking you what you're wearing. Nobody even thought about what I was wearing till you brought it up! You're dressed like a guy playing video poker at 2 a.m., Adam. And you know what, Golden? I like the way I look, because I'm a good person. I don't care about what I wear or what I don't wear. Then my snazzy gym shorts and fluffy sweatshirt offend you so much that you had to mock me in front of my peers! Yeah, believe me! I have to! It's not you! No, it's not you, it's him! One more thing! Shut up!
Removed every door in our house, so I found the one he couldn't open. Ever since I was born, our house had an open door policy, if that open door policy took steroids. My dad specifically loved enforcing it, and always told us that if a door was left closed, I could say goodbye to it. I always thought he was joking, until I turned 5 and experienced it myself. I was in the room with my dolls with a closed door, when suddenly it slammed open. Next thing I knew, Dad had his tools out, and was taking the door clean off its hinges. He then went out into the back and burned it. It still had my bunny stickers on it, but he didn't care how hard I cried. On top of that, by dinner, not only the door, but the dolls I'd bought with my own money were burned too. I cried to my mom, but all she could say was that Dad had anxiety about hidden dangers, so it was best to just let him feel safe. Thing is, this only got worse as I got older. When I got my first period, I desperately wanted some privacy, but the curtain my dad installed wouldn't fully close. Naturally, I shut the door. That's when he barged in, claiming, "Nothing natural needs hiding." He stood there while I changed my tampon in the shower, telling me not to be shy. I thought it couldn't get much worse, but I was wrong. After weeks of begging my mom for a sleepover, she finally agreed for my 14th birthday. My friends arrived excited, having never visited, until they saw our doorless house. There were a few strange glances thrown my way, but we moved on, running straight to my room, giggling with excitement. But the happiness did not last long. My dad started hourly safety patrols with his flashlight peering into my room. He came in and examined every one of my friends, telling them to twirl to make sure they didn't have anything on him. And since I was the only one with the skirt, I had to twirl the longest. My friends were too creeped out and got their parents to pick them up. The next day in school, everyone was whispering about my doorless house and creepy dad. Their parents banned them from talking to me. I lost all my friends and became completely isolated. I remember at this time I began truly hating my dad, and that only intensified at 16. I woke up to him pulling off my blanket. I screamed at him, and he went red before claiming he was searching under my mattress for contraband. My mom actually tried to intervene, but she was dragged out of my room. All I heard was the slap before the house went silent. The next morning, my mom had a bruise, and my door frame had a camera set up in it. I left at 17 with just a backpack to go to college. I didn't speak to either of them for a full 20 years, and I should have left it like that. But one day, I decided to bring my 12-year-old daughter to visit. I didn't want to see dad, only mom. So I had her promise me that she'd keep my dad away from my daughter. She said yes. Well, at around 2 a.m., I woke to the feeling of my daughter pressing into my chest. She was sobbing that Grandpa had been touching her hair. I looked up, and that's when I saw the blanket we had put up for some privacy had been torn down. Dad had been touching my daughter the whole time we slept. I rushed out and saw him in his room sleeping, pressing the blanket against his chest. I wanted to cull him on the spot, but before I had the chance to confront him, my mom appeared out of the bathroom. I could see visible signs of what must have been her attempting to stop him. She broke down and started whisper apology. Removed every door in our house.
Yo, Seema, I'm young.
Black and rich.
Yo, Sophie.
What?
I'm young.
You're not young. You're old and ugly and fat.
What the hell?
Get away.
Yo, Serene.
What?
I'm young.
Yeah. And I'm old.
No, that's not how this was supposed to go.
You just wanted to remind me that I'm old?
No, I swear.
Yo, Sabi. I'm young.
Young, dumb.
It's aim assist.
I love them. Do you get, like, stinging cone for quite a I do. Well, they say that that's stinging because pineapple actually eats you. Look at them. Put it in my pants. Look, one sec. I love pineapple.
My bad. Damn, you're so beautiful. How old are you? Respectfully, how old are you? 53? Damn, you like 24? You still got it, girl. Good Lord.
Thank you, brother.
I didn't do it.
Keep scrubbing away. You have a very infectious laugh.
Ek mis my man. Of haar man. Of wie se man ook al het is. Maar ek mis hom net.
I'll be right back, Chet.
And now I'm all you have.
A propane tank?
Yeah, I don't know if it blows up or not.
That's crazy. I fill these for a living. Okay, so you open up the lid, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you attach the nozzle to. See that right there? That's actually the pressure relief valve.
Cool.
Annie had a toy dollhouse by her bed. The dolls inside moved on their own. They were hiding from a severed head. The next day, Annie went to the toy store. Annie wanted to buy a police doll, hoping the cop could solve the problem. Annie returned to her room. The head had vanished somewhere. The Smith family dolls were all eating in the dining room. Annie placed the cop inside and told him to fix this fast. At dinner, Annie prayed, hoping the cop could destroy the head and bring peace back to the Smiths. When Annie returned, the police doll was in the attic pointing his gun. Seemed like he'd found the head. A battle was about to begin. Dad suddenly came in, asking what the cop was doing. Annie lied that the cop was catching mice. Annie wanted to handle this herself. Annie came back with a flashlight. The dollhouse was empty. Looking down the stairs, Annie was stunned. Annie saw the cop had fallen. She wanted to know what happened. Reaching the next floor, Annie discovered the cop was dead, his head cut off. Mrs. Smith and her son were terrified. Only Mr. Smith remained, pointing his gun into the darkness. Annie searched the dollhouse for that head, checking every room but found nothing. Finally, in the bathroom mirror, Annie saw the head. Annie warned it to stay away from the Smith family, then quickly dove under her covers. Annie suddenly realized whenever she watched the house, the dolls wouldn't move. So Annie watched all night long. Early next morning, Annie returned to the toy store. Annie wanted a priest or exorcist. The owner said they didn't have any, suggested Annie buy a Native American doll. They did exorcisms too. Annie wasn't sure if it would work. Annie placed the Native American in the doll living room. The Smith family saw him. They were thrilled. Annie had a toy.
It was Dominic
We'll be there in 3. Oh, I didn't even get to finish my Damian. Why do they always interrupt our snacking? Excuse me, please take your seat. Yeah, we don't have time. You're a demon, right? What do you mean? You're smiling all weird, watering plants with coffee, and those guys? Come on. Oh, these are just look patterns. Oh, these are just. The rest of you can come out. We're in a hurry.
Oh, you got the patterns. Now you gotta die.
The only ones dying tonight are yours. I said the only ones dying tonight are yours.
I'm sorry. What?
They're fans! We're getting to fans!
Oh. No, thank you.
No.
Not our fans. When you mess with our fans,
We need to make it hurt.
You came at a bad time, but you just crossed.
What does a cheap hotel and designer jeans have in common? No ballroom.
Out of question. Hey, I'm not quite digging it.
So. Whoa. That was really cool.
Want to hear a song on this thing?
You should do that song. Wait, it would sound good with that thing.
What do we got?
That Bruno Mars song.
24 karat?
Yes.
All right, try that one.
I think you can. I have faith in you.
Okay guys, I'm gonna end the live.